Pompo MA Junior High School in the Drabin municipality of the Ashanti region has allegedly abandoned the exams to engage in illegal mining activities. You and I, we refer to it as galamsey. Now, a teacher told TV3's reporter Williams Evans Inkum when the municipal chief executive for Drabin, Eunice Ohenewa Ansu, visited the school to assess the readiness of candidates and to also motivate these students. Well, we're told that he told his classmates he's off to look for money, and this money will give him a better future than sitting there to write the exams. This is what is going on.
But Ellen, you see, it's so clear the boy did not learn, and when he got to the exam, he couldn't do the exams.
You think that's really what happened?
No, but that is the lighter side of it.
Right.
And he left. Do you get me?
Right.
But it also brings to the fore the seriousness of galamsey, and also brings to the fore the way we have neglected the boy child. Do you get me? So it means that most of these young ones are doing GSS will be how many years? 15.
Yes, by the time you finish your 15, 16.
15 is very young. When we were 15, 16, when I was 15 years, my daddy used to hold my hand to cross the street.
At 15?
Yes, at 15.
We're not in secondary school, almost doing O levels.
Yes, I was in secondary school, but you were still holding my
But then,
hand.
no, that your case is different.
And today, people still hold my hand to cross the street.
Right.
Do you get me? I'm just saying that 15 years, you are not that old. Because you are home with your parents.
That's right.
Yeah, those days, you will not be on your own, no matter what it is.
You're at home with your parents.
You're home with your parents. Do you understand me? So, because in secondary school, you are in boarding house or you are indoors and you don't cross streets. But when you come home, you have to cross the street.
Indeed.
So my daddy used to hold my hand to cross it. So the point is that at 15, you were young. You were a very young person. So who is the guardian of this boy? And by extension, there are so many of them who are not even in school. So it's telling us that this galamsey issue is a serious matter that we have to look at. And we have to also look at the boy child. Today when I was coming, I was telling your producer, that Shadrach, that we need to look at the boy child critically. The girl child is doing so good. I was asked by the chief of staff to represent him at the graduation of Kufuor's foundation, the Kufuor scholars.
Right.
And the girls were far more than the boys. And when they were talking about, all of them are graduates too. The girls were getting first class in medicine, first class in pharmacy. So we need to also bring along our boys.
You said the scales have tipped. I remember we used to have adverts on TV, send your girl child to school, and now we have overperformed on that one.
And even His Excellency Kufuor in his speech said that we have overperformed. It is time for us to look at the boys.
Need some parity.
They need some parity, because you see, when during the elections, I did my campaign in some campaigns in the prisons. And when you look at the demographics, we have to go back to the prisons and make sure that we look at these young ones. The demographics, very young people. Very young. These are the young people who are in prisons. They are taking red, they are in galamsey, and they are the boys. Because you see, no matter what you do, even in life, they say, I don't know, that if there is no man in your life, you are not complete. So if you are neglecting our men, because at a certain age in your life, they are asking, when are you getting married? But you are not marrying a woman. You are marrying a man. So if our men are now becoming extinct, then it means there's a fundamental problem. Because this boy who has left the table of a BECE exams to go and make money will die somewhere along the line. I'm not being a doomsday person. Because the activities that go on in there are not friendly to life. And at the end of the day, you find out that most of them die and they are unaccounted for. Because maybe they are just buried in the pits, they are buried in sands, and we forget about them. And this is problematic. So I am encouraging the Ministry of Education. I saw the minister on TV yesterday encouraging the young ones to do a lot of awareness in the Ministry of Gender, because it is gender. Gender is both boys and girls, women, male, female. That we should start a program towards encouraging and targeting our boys. Because without them, the world cannot go round. Without the boys, without the men, the world cannot go round. So it is time for us to also do some advocacy towards saving our men. And you know, men are more vulnerable than women.
In what ways?
In every way. Have a son and see.
In fact, Nanaya, not to slight tackle you, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness. Now,
Good.
for every 100 people, if we're talking about suicide, 70 of those people will be men.
Yes.
They can't
That's what I'm
stand.
telling
They
you.
can't stand. They are very
Men
fragile.
are very fragile. And
70 of those people will be men.
yes.
They can't
That's what I'm
stand.
telling
They
you.
can't stand. They are very
Men
fragile.
are human beings you can never find. Objects you can never, because human beings, they are two, man, woman. They are most fragile objects. More fragile than a flower vase. Some flower vases, when they fall, they don't break. But when a man falls, they put up a facade. Because this boy couldn't do his exam and he said, I'm going to do galamsey.
He said there's money in
It
galamsey.
is not
He's
true.
not
He
going
could-
to get
he
money
could not
from
write his
BECE.
exam. Why did he go and sit there? He didn't learn. Nobody helped him to learn.
It's
do
the
it.
money.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that he did not learn. Why did he even go there to write?
Probably didn't go to school.
Do you
Probably
get
he was
me?
not regular in school.
That is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He wasn't regular, so he didn't learn.
he wasn't
Nobody
regular.
was guiding him to go and learn. He was always in the galamsey site. But you see, so for him, there are others who did not come there. There are others who were not in school. But innately in this boy, he knows that there is some substance in education. That because he did not learn and he was struggling, then he will sit there and say that, after all, why do I waste my time? I have to go and continue with my galamsey.
Right.
But we need to make a conscious effort to look after our men. It is key. I'm asking all women that we should carry our men on our back and be with them and encourage them positively and pamper them. Because the men, they need pampering. I'm telling you, that is the only way. We are not pampering them enough. We should be able to pamper them for them to feel good. Because you see, I always use this story in the Bible. Satan did not tempt man. The first person he went to was the woman. Because he knows that if he's able to break that woman, after the man, he's finished. And God also said, he looked at man standing in the garden and he said, this one cannot be alone. The issue of a helpmeet is very, very critical to the life of the man. So the time has come for us to look after our men. But me, before I finish, Kwame
Yes,
said I
please.
shouldn't say land. One thing, for me, the whole glory of the BECE is the girl who gave birth.
That's right. As
Because
the exam was
those
going
days, you couldn't be pregnant and even take it to do an exam.
on. That's right.
But today we've come very far.
That's right.
We are not saying that our young ones should go and get pregnant, but in case an accident happens,
It's not the end of the world.
Don't go and abort.
Right.
Don't go through any unnecessary medical procedures. This one has given birth a boy, and it's so beautiful.
Thank you for that, Nanaya.